All right. So, because I'm going to lead the Meet Your Inner Oracle live, I'll wait to share my feedback or my thoughts on that and that journey for myself. But this is my journal, a bit of my journal vlog, I guess, with you all, because for this course, this 6 week program, I vowed to be visible and to be authentic and to show up for all of you in the way that I ask you to show up in a way I'm just wanting to share what this journey is like for myself as well. Fellow oracle, fellow intuitive, spiritual seeker, someone who is looking to grow and be the better, best versions of myself that I can be. So I said that I'm going to be taking on six sort of pillars. I always think of pillars. I think in terms of pillars. Blame the day job, blame the day job, and all these podium events. I think of pillars all the time. So the first pillar I had was visibility. So here I am, consistent, creative visibility. I find it to be such a struggle. Oh, so what I really, really would long for, I really, really, what I long to receive, that's our intention for the day. If you didn't go catch the Oracle Fest video, the intention for today is to ask yourself, the reflection, I guess, is to ask yourself, what are you longing to receive from this journey? So I'm going to just report on things that I'm longing to receive from this journey and continue to set intentions with myself. I'm going to write these down as well. Um, so I have them typed out, but I think sometimes it's really good to physically write things out, to see it and to feel it in your hands, the power to make these changes and allow this vision to take up space in your life. That's all in your hands. So I intend to face you all every day to share my voice and my heart more fully, even though and especially when I don't feel ready. My focus, my intention is going to be focused on showing up as myself the best I can and not on being perfect and not on showing up in a way that's already all figured out. I certainly don't feel like I have this next phase figured out. And at the same time, I very much trust it. So please know I am coming from a place of confidence. I don't necessarily need anyone to say, oh, no, you're going to be great. I mean, that's always, it's great to encourage me. That's fine. But I think what I'm saying is that feeling like it and actually knowing it to be true are kind of different. And I don't feel like being visible is something I'm ready for, but I know that it is something I'm ready for. You know what I mean? So if there's something you know but you're not feeling yet, I'd love to know if you're with me on that because I think that's a pretty fair day one reflection to have. It's like I don't feel ready for this. I am going to say that also it has been very unsafe in the past for me to share openly and honestly. And that is why I've struggled with it. I was feeling really confident, and I had someone following my feeds who was really unwell and was really focused on bringing me into their world in some kind of way, threatening me and yeah, and harassing me. And it was a really challenging time because I felt like, oh no, have I been doing the wrong thing just by putting myself out on the internet? Is that leaving me feeling more unsafe? And so it's taken me a while to feel like consistent daily dedicated videos are a good idea. And at this point, I very much know that it is a good idea. But I will say that's honestly what's showing up in me. So I will set the intention that I am going to keep facing um, the fear of showing up by showing up, and because I know that the living oracle in me and the visions that are with me creatively and wanting to move through me can only move through me if I am seen because they are meant to be seen. Oracle Fest is a movement that is meant to be known and seen, and it is getting held within me, and so therefore I must be out here. So that's logical. That would be my intention. That's a little long. My intentions for visibility. And then there's financial flow and like abundance, prosperity, that whole journey. And I feel really like, oh, I've had a lot of growth and positive shifting in this way. And my intention is to continue doing this abundance book reflections morning and evening. I wanted to say daily and nightly, which is really funny. So that's my intention. And if I ever miss an evening, I think it's important to troubleshoot. So if I ever miss an evening, I catch up the next morning. If I ever miss a morning, I catch up the next day. If I ever miss a day, I catch up the next day in the morning and I make sure that I fill it all in. It's really important for me to do these reflections because Dr. Stephen Farmer, one of the Oracle Fest speakers, he suggested that I go and do this book. I think because of how we were speaking and that I was like close to understanding something about allowing things to be as they are, and that financial freedom will happen when I actually feel really comfortable and fun and safe and I'm enjoying my life and la la la. And these statements in the John Randolph Price book are really helping me. They're actually really supportive. They're feeling like they're helping me reflect in a way that really matches how I wish to feel and how I choose, how I usually feel about finances, about abundance and flow. And I found it to be a really fun time in the last week or so. I'm raising my prices, and before I raise my prices, I usually offer them at a discounted rate for anyone who wants to get in before I do make that shift, just as an opportunity to, you know, the folks who maybe would have to save for a lot longer to reach me at these new prices. And I feel really good about this shift. And so I offered these old prices at 50% off. So yeah, this is still going on, by the way. So if you are looking to book intuitive oracle time with me, now is the time throughout all of November. So all of November, you can receive 50% off any one-to-one intuitive oracle time session. That's the session style that I'm raising my fees on, just to match where my skill level's at, where like the offering is at, where you receive from me, and to also to heed the wisdom of intuitives who have shown me the value of what I'm giving, and the fact that it needs to be raised in order for everything else to go well. So yeah, I'm going to trust that what I'm doing is getting multiplied and is giving back to me, and I'm going to keep working on these reflections. I missed them today, so I'm going to have to do two tonight before I go to sleep. So that's my accountability to all of you, is that by tomorrow, which is your official day one, I will be all caught up. So yeah, there we go. And then body and energy. So what would be my intention? My intention and what I'm deeply longing for is to feel freer and more flexible and stronger by the end of this 6 week period. So I need to focus on freeing my body up, on flowing and dancing and like stretching and letting it just do what we need to do. I also need to focus on some strength. So commitment. Tonight I'm going to do some push-ups and some sit-ups and some squats before I go to sleep. I know I'll feel better just doing something to mark this as day one, and then the rest we're going to figure it out. I have been eating better. I have been enjoying my life more. I've also been moving a little bit more, but not as much as I would like to. And I really want to feel in my body even more so. I am feeling pretty in my body these days. I'm going to celebrate that. But by the end of the 6 weeks, I want to feel stronger and kind of be like feeling like a bit of an unstoppable force. Yeah, at least getting that started in me. Okay, and then art and music creation. What is my intention with art and music creation? I feel like I do need to create daily. I think creating daily in some kind of way, to paint or to sing or to write. I've been doing a little bit of that, but I feel like actually devoting to like I am creating something new every single day. I'm gonna create a song tonight. Just let it flow out of me. And if for some reason I feel stuck doing that, I will create a quick poem because it's good to have a backup. It's not like I want to demand constant creativity from myself, but art is like a way of expressing its language, and I want to be able to communicate that. Hold up one moment. Okay. So that's art. It's a daily practice. Maybe I'll get more clear and more finite about these intentions and goals as we go, because it would be nice to have like a something. I had a recent, I don't know how many of you know this, but I do stand-up comedy. New side quest. I've only performed a few times, but I've had a couple gigs because I do music comedy. It's something unique, and I'm a female who does music comedy. It's a unique thing up here in the Highlands. So the Scottish Highlands are the only place that I've done comedy, which is also kind of funny to me that like it's the only place in the world that I feel safe enough to try and be funny in so far. But hopefully I share more of the comedy stuff with the world. It's just a weird it's just a weird side quest, but I've been enjoying it. So I had a gig at the end of October, and I wrote 4 songs in 1 month because I was like, I have this gig, I have to have new songs. And so I was like, what? I haven't written 4 songs in a month that I can ever remember. Like why am I not just like letting this part of me take over more, because I could just create so much more. There's always little interruptions. So I would like to allow for a creative something every single day. And that is my intention. It's like a devotion to my art. That's what I'm really feeling settling in. Okay. And then home and foundation. I feel like my intention is to dedicate time to feeling like to matching a visualization of being actually in a home. I haven't lived in my own home that I feel good about for a number of years. Because even before I moved to Scotland and I was living in a home there, it just didn't feel like mine because it was like part of the job. And it just was not that comfortable. Um, but even before that, I was nomadic. Like I've lived nomadically since 2021. So that's 4 years of not feeling like there's a home that makes sense for me in this world other than myself, which is healing in its own way. But of course, I'm really craving that home and that foundation. So I'm very much longing to feel very certain and excited about and confident in having a home next year. I would really, really love to have a home next year. And so that's what I'm going to be calling in on a daily basis. I'm going to have to develop like a more specific practice, it feels like, for this one. But that's certainly one pillar, is this home and having a foundation and feeling into that. And to feel very supported, that feels like earthing down. And then the last piece is sacred partnership and romance. Boy, what is my intention? You know what? I feel jaded. Let's be honest. I feel slightly jaded. One of my friends today said, Gosh, you're such a trooper," because I've just been through it in a lot of their minds, in my own mind as well. I've really been through it, I think, romantically, and putting my heart out and really just watching it like, boom, 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 get like a slinky going downstairs, like, ugh, 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 ugh. And I also know that I have a lot of love within me, and also desire for a romantic partnership and ability to, communicate, cooperate, and figure things out together, and to have like feel like I have a lot of love in overflow that I would love to share with the aligned person, with an aligned person, and I feel they're out there as well. Like I keep feeling a presence of them out there, and so maybe I'm gonna have to get more clear on this intention. Mm, I feel like it's always about like inner union and who we are, and so I wonder if it's something like love letters to myself, or like even doing this trusting your visions is a bit of a love letter to myself, because devoting to my visions and my mission is really part of loving myself. I think I would always want a partner who is respectful and excited by the fact that I'm devoted to my visions. Let me know if you have any suggestions. If you have any suggestions on what I could do as an intention to align with and call in this vision of love, then put it in the comments below. I'd be so curious because I'm obviously like, huh, yeah, what can I do? I have a few different practices kind of jumping up in my mind. So I'll let you all know what I decide on. And maybe I'll consult my inner oracle about it at tomorrow's opening circle if I haven't figured it out by then, or just to get some more wisdom. Okay, these are my intentions for the next 42 days. And I'm sure they're going to change as we go because that's part of adapting and going with the flow and trusting in what is going to unfold. But the least we can do is set a couple focuses and have some intentions of what we are longing to receive. So I would say I'm longing to receive hope and romantic longing again, because right now I kind of just don't even feel like it, even though I know that I am still feeling very open to and desiring of love. It's like, ugh. And so I want to heal that in this time. That feels really doable. So, okay, we'll see you later today for our opening circle, and get cozy and bring a tea and, always, just always make sure you're comfortable when you come to these things.